if you think your opponent has a hand that can pay off nothing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Welcome back. Still a full table of 6 here at the PartyPoker.com World Open Tour.
Willie Hockey and Dave Garbaz haven't had too much to say so far. Dave's normally fairly amiable at the table. He's normally one to get involved in banter and laughter. I'm a little surprised to see him sitting there quietly.
Can't be really nice about that, can you, Tony? There's not a lot you can do.
Channing's a lovely guy, I mean. Fantastic player, very good looking, very witty. Fine young man.
Cool.
Greekfish and I are announcing our engagement at the end of this year.
God, come on, give me the hand now.
Appreciating. Is Ross a little trigger happy here? He's he's raised it up. Quick call by Simon Zach behind, and actually, I mean, Ross would be pretty happy to be seeing this flop even. Maybe.
Yeah,
not.
I don't mind the call from Simon. There's no need to get too busy with an ace-queen at this stage. He has position. He's pretty sure he has the best hand. Not a great flop for him, though.
Same bet. Simon's thinking, geez, I mean, I just can't keep calling these flops, can I?
Cool.
Sorry.
Will that slow Ross up?
Well, that's obviously Simon's plan. He thinks if he can pick up a spade, an ace or a queen, he's going to start to play the hand aggressively. And if Ross seems to slow down, maybe he can steal it from him later. I think if Ross makes a big bet here, Simon will pass. And he's going all in, so I think Simon obviously must pass him.
That's a strong opinion Ross had, and he's right.
Yeah, so I like the play by Ross. He doesn't want to give himself a difficult question there. And
No more free cards.
he doesn't put Simon on a king. Simon would have raised on the flop with a king.
Was the first one cheap, was it?
No one.
For sure.
Very naughty, I've got to say.
Likely.
Wow.
And Ross back in it, I think.
I think there's a theory in the Boatman family generally that people don't call pre-flop raises with hands with a king in them. And there's a lot to be said for that, actually. Experienced players like Simon Zach, if they have a hand as good as king queen, they take a view and re-raise. And if they have a forehand like king 10, they don't bother playing it. So I think he felt like he didn't have a king there, and he was obviously right.
Agger's put chips in the pot. I'm not sure about this, you know. I don't want a hand now, you know. I don't want to pass with no look. I have to have respect, though, you know. But I like you, so.
Cool.
Well, she just limped in with the ducks, and obviously, it being her first pot she played, I mean, she could have got away with the raise if she wanted to, couldn't she have? Maybe she's just looking to sort of, rather than take the blinds, make a big pot, if possible.
Yeah, I don't think Agnieszka's plan is to get too involved until perhaps the 3-6 blind level. Not quite sure why she's deviated with the deuces.
I check.
Check.
Hockey, very interested, if not actually winning at this stage.
Check.
I think that was a good card. I don't know much about Celtic football, but he was quite big in the whole game, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. People have told me that Willie Hockey used to own Celtic. I know he's a big Celtic fan. He goes to the games, and he's definitely Celtic through and through. I think he's still a shareholder. I'm not sure whether he's actually the owner of the club anymore, but he's certainly very involved in it.
He's bet 4 out with the straight, and Agnieszka's raised him. It's a nice thought, but
Have to call.
Has to call. He knows he has to call.
And obviously I'm wrong.
she took a view that he might not have the straight there.
Yeah.
Obviously couldn't call without it.
What I like about poker is it's not always the best hand that wins. So I don't think there's another card game like that in the world. So I like it. There's a bit of intrigue, and obviously you're playing the player and not just the cards. And obviously the mystery and having to read people, I enjoy.
Pass.
I should go pass.
Pass.
You would definitely be behind. If you weren't, you would have gone all in straight away. That's straight up.
Greekfish has definitely come in with an attitude to kind of seize the day.
don't want to get too carried away, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to limp in.
Cool.
He's definitely come in with an attitude of deafeningly chirping since he's got the chip.
Because the boys in the commentary box are saying, how has he not raised with that hand? So I'm just explaining that, I've just won a pot, I'm just chilling out and taking stock in position, that's all.
Check.
Okay.
Check.
I don't like that flop.
Check.
That's made a bunch of trouble here. Ross has got the straight, and Greekfish has got a flush draw now.
6,000.
Instant call.
Oh, he's done well not to do his nut there, hasn't he?
Change colour. Hold up before you deal, dude.
I think if it comes a king, though, he may do a bit of money
You're
here.
going to have to bet the river, you know, that's the only way you can win.
I don't have to.
Okay.
Oh, wow. This is perfect for the Greekfish. For some reason, I thought he might have raised on that turn. He's this is absolutely perfect for him. He could get a bundle here, couldn't he, Neil?
There's only one way for him
Ross is trying to
win.
decide whether to do a blocking bet or whether to go for check call. I think he's leaning towards the blocking bet was his first instinct. Maybe
You bet him
14,000.
13,000.
There we
Sorry,
go.
14,000.
Greekfish
You
obviously
come out betting when an ace hits the board.
has
got an ace, he didn't
the
ace.
nuts.
You've got no respect.
Greekfish will be going for a raise of maybe 20,000 more, maybe
He's
make
got
it
jet lag.
35,000. I don't want to be too greedy. He's thinking there's a chance that Ross has got two pair here and he'll pay him off. I don't think he can spot a straight here. But
I can't see how that card has helped you.
It hasn't. Just doesn't help you, that's all.
Greekfish
7-8.
desperately hoping that this card's giving Ross aces up and doing his best acting at the moment.
He wouldn't.
You've got there, haven't you?
No.
You haven't. You can't lie. You know that, don't you?
You can't lie.
You can't lie. In that case, I'm raising.
I don't think Ross is going to pay this bet off anyway, despite Andy's Oscar-winning performance. It looked like a blocking bet from Ross. That is to say that he made a bet
Agonise what
of an amount below the amount he was prepared to call at the maximum. He didn't really like that ace of clubs, so Ross betting 14,000, thinking
God,
probably
you've
to
got to
himself,
put your
I'd
fingers
be
in the till,
prepared
eh?
to call roughly 16 to 18,000. So
I'll
I'll
do
bet
nothing
14
drastic.
and hope Andy just calls, and I'll save myself money on the times I'm losing. Normally, if you make a blocking bet and you get raised,
How much more?
you
26?
always throw the hand away. And I know that on the times when I make a
You've got no
blocking bet
pass
and
to call,
call,
you know, you'll
I
be
kick
behind,
myself for the rest of the day. And I don't think Ross was going to call this one somehow. Well, he can't call this one, I think.
Pistols or sabres, gentlemen?
Marty, Mad Marty, clock.
The only
Clock,
difference
please.
between a map and a plan is you can throw the map out the window.
Oh, well, I've got a hand, but I don't think you've got the balls to come over me with nothing.
You've got 30 seconds to act, Ross.
Okay.
He's taking his time with this boatman, but his instinct, and I mean, the thing is that his hand is actually quite good, isn't it? And it's sort of hidden how good it is.
I think the key thing here is that when he bet 13,000 on the river, he was basically doing that because he was worried about this ace of clubs and he didn't like it. He knew that the ace of clubs was a horrible card for him, and that's why he bet 13,000. And he still knows it's a horrible card, and that's why he's made a good lay down.
That was close.
Looking back on this hand, Neil, I just love the way Ross is calm, he's cool, and he analyzes the information, doesn't he?
He's a cool guy, Ross, actually, and yeah, I mean, just watching it again, it's interesting to see Andy's demeanour change throughout the hand. Pre-flop, they all limp in. Andy looks a bit disinterested with the whole thing. I think he actually says, I haven't really got a hand. On the flop, he's got nothing. He's got a backdoor flush draw, little checking away. He seems quite happy, smiling away and joking and laughing. But when he actually makes the nut flush on the river, he actually goes quiet. It's the first time he's gone quiet in the whole hand. He's quiet for about 10 or 12 seconds. Then he suddenly realises he ought to start saying something if he's going to try and get some action. Now he can't shut up. He never stops talking for the rest of the hand.
And I mean, were there any specific things he said that put Ross off, or is it a general thing? If you're looking at someone and trying to get a read.
I think he just seemed so comfortable when he was talking. He's sitting back in his chair. He called the clock, like, after a ridiculous